There's also some caves around here we can explore. You know, Creeper is a appropriate name for this guy. There's actually not all that many non-hostile NPCs in this area. But I do remember a handful, like, for example, that ferryman mentioned a guy named Plick. What the hell? Okay. I wasn't planning to go up there yet, but now I want to. Like, that's the first time I found an NPC in this game actually named Bandit. Smuggler, yes. Raider, yes. Mercenary, yeah. But never Bandit. In fact, that's actually the first time I've seen that happen.
Okay, I'll do it. Just point that thing somewhere else. My name is John Adlam, the son of Joseph Adlam, brother of Richard Adlam. 2 days ago, I was caught stealing from the group's claim. Today, with the consent of my father, I am to be shot and killed on the cliffs of the old cathedral by the hands of my brother Richard. With my execution, my punishment is exacted, and the Adlam name will be avenged. Let my punishment be a reminder to those who may be tempted to do as I did.
Ah, it's just the Mirelurks. You know what, let that one run. Yeah, as you can probably guess, there's a kid here. taking your scotch. Oh, and swamp folk. Yeah, I should be repairing those shells. They take up weight. Yeah, what I was doing was heading north to find Plick, because he has this safari zone. You don't have to actually do it. I mean, I've done it. It's just fighting off feral ghouls. But you can get a perk there.
You made it past my traps? I mean, get out of here, lady. Aren't you afraid the ghost will get you?
Cut the crap, kid. That light show isn't scaring anyone.
No, I mean it, lady. The ghost will melt your brain to mush. You need to get out of here, and fast.
Your choice might work on the locals, kid, but not me.
Yeah, well, bullets work on everybody. Try me, lady. I dare you.
Settle down, I'm not going to hurt you.
Well, alright. But any funny business, and I'll pop you on. My name's Kenny, and I'm the boss of this mine.
Tell me about yourself, Kenny.
I bet you can't beat me in a race. You look real slow.
Where are your parents?
I don't know. I ran away a long time ago. I live here all by myself.
Why'd you run away from home?
I wasn't born right. Mama hid me in the basement, and Pappy kinda just forgot about me. But I knew I had to go before I grew up.
What do you mean you weren't born right?
Look at me! I don't get the marks. I go around the wets and folk will shoot at me, thinking I was one of your type.
Basically, he wasn't born like a swamp folk. Where are your parents?
I already told you I ran away. Shut up about it, alright?
How'd you learn to make traps like that?
I got bored locked up in the basement all the time. So, I started taking things apart and putting them back together again. Things aren't so strange when you can see all the stuff that makes them. You know, see something's insides? That's what the real thing is.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'm grown up enough already, and I'm the only thing I can be. Me.
What's it like living in Point Lookout?
The grown-ups like my mom and pop just live in the wet. They're okay. They just don't trust outsiders like you. Most think I'm an outsider too, because I don't got the markings on me. I tend to stay away from the grown-ups. Except when they have a campfire. Some nights I hear them dancing. Then I sneak out to watch.
Okay.
Sure, I was getting tired of that anyway.
Tell me about this mine.
Old Man Herzog's mine hole isn't much, but it's home.
Tell me about Old Man Herzog.
He was a mean old man. Owned this mine 1,000,000 years ago. Made the miners work real hard and didn't give them any money or food for their kid. One day, a bunch of miners sat down and just stopped working. Old Man Herzog, he didn't like that. Not a bit. So he blew them all up with 1,000,000 tons of dynamite. No one wanted to work in the mine after that. Then old Herzog came down here and hung himself. They say his angry ghost still haunts the mine. It doesn't scare me, though.
Why are you hiding down here?
Swamp folk know old Herzog's mine hole. Say it's haunted. So I knew most folk wouldn't want it this way, except outsiders like you. Doesn't usually take more than a clapperjaw and a leg to scare them off.
How'd you survive in here all alone?
I go out to play some days. It might bag me a shellman to eat. Most days, I just sit here with my stories and toys, though.
This seems like a good hideout. I could use the place to crash and stash my gear.
I don't know, lady. You didn't try to kill me, and you seem pretty nice for a grown-up. But still, how do I know I can trust you?
I'm not gonna hurt you, I just need a hideout from time to time.
Well, I guess you can stay here when you need to, and you can leave your stuff. I won't mess with it. So, do you like games?
Let's play another time.
Fine. I didn't want to play with you anyway.
I actually have a homemade checkers board in my house. I made the pieces as well. The pieces are made of brass and aluminium. The board itself is made of wood.
Hi.
We have a homemade checkers board. I actually made it in school. Now, of course, we're not coming back here. We're just gonna continue onwards towards... Okay, we're going down here then. I was not planning on coming down here, but I saw the hole. Oh, there must have been some kind of operation in here. You know, I think this is actually the first instance of some form of Mirelurk Queen. Before we got the Fallout 4 Mirelurk Queen. And of course, any of you that have played Fallout 4, you'd know how fun those are to fight. Well, assuming you've actually encountered one. I mean, if you've done the railroad, you know, the Minutemen quest up to, okay, how the hell do I get out of here? If you done the... What the hell? Okay, I feel like I'm lost. I went out the wrong way, didn't I? Ah, it's this way. Here we go. Anyway, as I was saying, if you've managed to go through Fallout 4 without encountering a Mirelurk Queen, I'd be impressed, because you have to deal with one in the Minutemen quest line. That was my first encounter with one in Fallout 4. Yeah, sorry. Alright, anyway, we're going to be continuing north to find our way to make our way to Plake. Because if we go to where Plake's set up, he actually has a journal that we can read. And that journal will get us a perk. Oh yeah, I want to check. Huh. 23rd of October, 2077. I've actually managed to do this a bit earlier than the timeline says this occurs, because according to the Fallout timeline, the events of the Point Lookout expansion happen in 2278 after the events of Broken Steel. In fact, even Broken Steel takes place in 2278. I think shortly before Elder Lyons passes away. Okay, I've overshot the grotto. Alright, now we could go around. Instead, I'm just going to do this. Is this cheating? Yes. Do I care? No. There it is. Anyway, here's Plick.
Welcome! Welcome to my extraordinary safari. Shall we get you registered?
Registered for what exactly?
Only the finest bit of sport you've ever enjoyed. Once we review the rules and see to a nominal 1,000 caps registration fee, of course.
1,000 caps? That's outrageous.
I've found that price keeps the riffraff out. You aren't riffraff now, are you?
Tell me about the safari.
But of course. What would you like to know?
What's the basic idea?
The participants, that's you, assemble in the arena. Once you've made your preparations, signal me with the button inside to begin the hunt. I'll remotely release a group of ferals against which you must defend yourself. Don't worry, I'll make sure there aren't too many loose at one time. You're in for quite a treat, if I do say so myself.
What if we get overwhelmed? How do we get out?
Not an option, I'm afraid. The thrill wouldn't be the same if you knew I'd release you at the first sign of trouble, now would it?
Do you have weapons for me to use?
Weapons are your own responsibility, ma'am. I'm sure you have your own preferences, after all.
You round up ghouls for slaughter? Isn't that unethical of you?
Have I tried to chew on your skull? Perhaps you've noticed my ability to string words into complete sentences. These ferals are nothing like myself. I'm no more a monster for providing them than you are for slaughtering them.
Alright, gotta go.
As you please.
Yeah, we're not gonna do his safari. We will, however, take his journal. So now we've picked up a perk to help deal some damage to ghouls. So, superior defender. Alright, now we actually will head back to the motel. Well, now that we know that Haley's a good repairman, shouldn't have too much trouble getting the helmet repaired when we need to. Rumors. Okay. Oh, and a swamp ghoul. Yeah, swamp ghouls are easy, just like the roamers.
Hark! Who goes there? Who lingers at the threshold of transcendence?
I seek the wisdom of your people. May I join your tribe?
What's this? A humble traveler, seeking the guidance of our awakened minds. Truly, this is a glorious day. You are from far away, and must be strong indeed to have traveled this far. But strength is nothing without the guidance of the enlightened mind. If you seek entry, you must be prepared to expand your consciousness. You must prove yourself worthy to transcend.
I have no fear. I will take your tests and I will be victorious.
You may not be so brave when you face the ritual of the Mother Seed. Stronger souls than you have attempted it, and lost their minds. Venture west to the Great Bog, and within you shall find the mother of all punga fruit. She stands taller than a man, and her vines guide our future. Collect her seeds, and kneel before her wisdom. Only then will you be ready to enter these sacred halls.
Yeah, so they're not gonna let us in until we, do that. Now we're going to... Somewhere down here there's a manor where we can pick up yet another side quest. I wanna do that before we, continue. Just because it's one I'd rather get out of the way. But we are going to go to the detention center first. Because I will be logging this off fairly soon. There's also a house which I think might be nearby that I want to find. Oh yeah, we can pick up a miscellaneous quest here. Yeah, that, lighthouse bulb. That's for the lighthouse. The hell?
Hold still!
Okay. Ah, yeah, we're gonna be encountering more of these in the detention center. including reavers. Oh my god, you're not a reaver. Okay, some of these buildings we can enter. So we're gonna start over here and work our way to the other end. Ah, so by interrogation they meant torture. Got it. It's not really something I paid much attention to in the past. Mainly because when I come here, I'm really just focused on doing the quest. Gonna have to make a stop back at the motel. Alright. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. It's not a whole lot in here.